The American composer George Perle composed nearly 130 works and wrote for chamber ensembles, solo instruments, voice, and orchestra. In 1940, Perle began composing works using his own unique 12-tone modal system and used this method in the music he wrote for the next 29 years. An excellent composition to demonstrate Perle's unique system is the final prelude from his Six Preludes, Opus 20b for piano, composed in 1946. The sixth prelude shown here consists of two phrases forming an antecedent-consequent period structure. The right hand presents a long melodic line that is accompanied by eighth notes in the left hand that often articulate minor-minor seventh harmonies. Let's listen. Perle's 12-tone modal system is based on interval cycles and inversional symmetry. Perle would begin his compositional process by combining an interval cycle with its inversion into a series of pitch classes. As shown on the screen, an ascending interval 7 cycle, C, G, D, and so on, and its inversion, a descending interval 7 cycle, C, F, B flat, etc., are merged to generate a linear pitch class series which Perle called a cyclic set. It is labeled 0, 5 because the set contains alternating sums of 0 and 5. To generate a different cyclic set with different sums, Perle would slide one of the interval cycles to the left or right while keeping the other interval cycle fixed in place. Here on the slide, the descending interval 7 cycle, the lowercase pitch classes, is moved one position to the left, generating a new alignment of sums 5 and 10. The vertical alignment of two cyclic sets forms what Perle calls a cyclic array. As shown on the screen, the 5-10 cyclic set is vertically aligned with a 2-7 set, and this configuration generates a 2-7, 5-10 cyclic array. Perle's cyclic arrays thus create a harmonic palette that he used as a source for composing his works. The primary harmonic unit for Perle is what he calls an access dyad chord, which is a 6-note collection formed by pairing trichordal segments from both cyclic sets. The pitch class in the middle is called the axis dyad, and the 4 pitch classes surrounding the axis dyad, shown here in blue, are neighbor notes. Returning now to Perle's 6th Opus 20b prelude, the complete array for the first phrase is given below the score. This 3-10, 6-1 array was generated by interval 5 cycles and aligned to consistently form unison pitch class access dyads, as well as interval 3 dyads between corresponding neighbor notes. The first access dyad chord in the array appears at the very beginning of the prelude and is articulated a second time halfway through the first phrase. The collection with access dyad E is realized in the middle of the phrase, and its tritone partner is articulated several beats later. Perle will sometimes choose smaller slices from his array. For example, the G-flat access dyad is given to the melody, and only the neighbor notes to its right, E and G, are given to the accompaniment. The collections that Perle selects from an array aren't always neatly segmented into 6 and 4 note collections, and the trichord shown here demonstrates. Perle chose the slice from the array with an F-sharp access dyad, omitted all the neighbor notes except the E, and then extended the slice to include the adjacent C-sharp access dyad. Let's now listen to the antecedent phrase with the cyclic array given below the score. The second phrase shown here is based on a 3-10-0-7 array. Perle again uses 6, 4, and 3 note collections from the array to create the melodic and harmonic structure of the consequent phrase.